the story he told was, and if you remember, it was filling the gaps. But there was a soldier or a farmer or something, and he was like, okay, we're going to. Death is coming here.
Yes.
So Death's coming to see you here. Say we're in Ladbroke Grove. Death's coming to see you in Ladbroke Grove. So the guy tries to run and say, I'm going to go to Shepherd's Bush. So then when Death gets to Ladbroke Grove, they're like, the person you're looking for is not here. Say, oh, why is he here? I'm on my way to Shepherd's Bush anyway. So it was always going to happen. So he tried to run away from his fate.
Yeah.
Basically, I told the story really terrible, but you get that. I think you get the point of what I'm trying to make. But yeah, man, it's like stuff like you can't really. Sometimes you just gotta you can't try and control everything. And even for me, I'm quite controlling with things. So it's like you have to kind of something that's gonna happen, and you have to be at peace with that.
What will be.
Yeah.
Reminds me of the story of the Chinese farmer from the book Think Like a Monk, which is on our channel. Go back and watch that. But yeah, fate, and the moments of luck that he experienced throughout, and he's lucky to be alive. So yeah, what I did love about this book as well is so many moments of like quotes and phrases that just I felt were so powerful. And one of the ones that I wrote here was, everything can be taken from a man, but one thing. The last of human freedoms is to choose one attitude in any given set of circumstances, to choose one's own way. So it's like, whatever it is you're going through, the thing that can't be taken from you is your attitude towards it. And it's just that he's going through such a horrible experience, but he's still able to take comfort in things like that and say, well, I can actually control my attitude in this. I might be hungry, I might have only had one meal today, I might be facing death, but actually I can still walk around with my chest high. And it was like, yeah, man, to be in
think
just...
to get there, sorry to cut you off, but to get there in like extreme, because that's a very extreme scenario.
Yes.
And that's something that, again, a lot of people subscribe to that mentality, but you don't really know until you've kind of been tested.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. So that's like, again, that's with the adoration, is like, to get, you're like at the bottom, you're the lowest of the low. People, you can't see, you're away from your family, you're in a terrible situation. People, are dying, you're malnourished.
Yeah.
All the rest of it, everything else that comes with it. You don't know if you're going to live to see see tomorrow, and to kind of be in a place where like you can still decide your attitude.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean? It kind of put a lot of things into perspective. But this book was quite sad reading this book, man.
It was.
Like I was like, if I'd known about it, I don't think I would have picked it. Honestly, yeah. So yeah, it was literally until I read the blurb, I was like, oh, okay, this is what this book's about. But it was, it's just like, it's again, kind of trying to relate it to like business or life and whatnot. It's like, it's quite what it relates to life. It is about life, but I think you see it's kind of like comeback stories. Obviously he was released and he kind of had his logotherapy, which I know we'll get into. That's like his theory regarding psychology. To even bounce back, because there's a lot of trauma attached to all that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
And then even like, again, just talking about things that are taken away. So even the hope, I think he said a lot of people died around Christmas, and then there was a guy that there was a rumor going around that they were going to be released on a particular date, so it gave people that purpose to people were kind of excited about that date. I think it was the 30th of November, I could be wrong, but and then when that date came and passed, I think one of the guys died because he just kind of didn't have anything to live for after that. So even getting to that point where you're kind of giving yourself that day in your mind, and then it comes and passes, and still being able to find another reason to kind of keep going or to stay optimistic, because that's what this book's about. I think it's about optimism, It's
optimism and keep going. And I think go on it, man's search for meaning. And he talks about, how they search for meaning to stay alive or to keep fighting through these difficult times to stay alive, because he even talks about two of the people that he was with, they couldn't bear it anymore until they were reminded of their why. And for one of them, it was his son, who was in a foreign country. He was reminded of his son, like, stay alive for your son, like, keep fighting for your son. So he now had a reminder of his purpose and his why. And then for the other, it was his unfinished books as a scientist. He had written part books, and he wanted to get that out to the world, and he was reminded of that. No, keep fighting, because, you know, the world needs to see your books. And the quote that was referenced to me, that might be the same quote, it was, "He who has a why to live for can bear almost anyhow." And yeah, love, boy, let that sink in. He who has a why to live for can bear almost anyhow. If you have a purpose and you have a reason to keep going, a lot of people take comfort in their children, you know, that's what helps keep them going. Or, you know, work, in his example, scientists, whatever it is. But if there's a reason, you can bear anything. I remember, it's funny, I remember my dad saying to me when I was younger, like, that he'd kill a lion for me. Like, I think I must have been somewhere, and I think I must have been scared or something, like maybe it was night or whatever, and he was trying to make me not scared. He said, "What? You can't be scared around me. Like, I'll kill a lion for you." So it was like, you know, that was reassuring for me, but it was like, oh, his why was me. Well, it's probably still is me and my sister at the time, you know.